Have you ever wondered if the small changes in someone's behavior could be signaling something deeper? It's easy to dismiss mood swings or skipped plans as just a phase, but what if they're not? Here's the uncomfortable truth: behavioral shifts like social withdrawal, erratic emotions, or risky decisions can often be early warnings of mental health struggles. And ignoring them? That can lead to even bigger challenges down the road. What if I told you that catching these signs early could completely change someone's life? That's right, understanding these subtle shifts doesn't just improve mental well-being, it strengthens relationships, boosts overall health, and even prevents future crises. Most people overlook these signs, but by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for, and how to help. Stick around, because we're diving deep into 6 behavioral changes that might just save someone's life, or your own. Let's explore what's really going on behind these warning signs and how to turn them around. You know that friend who used to be the life of the party, but now they barely even text back? Social withdrawal can sneak up on anyone. It's not just about skipping a party or two, it's a pattern of pulling away from friends, family, and even hobbies that once lit someone up. Imagine someone who loved hiking every Saturday now spending weekends glued to their couch, avoiding calls. This isn't just needing space, it's a red flag worth noticing. Sometimes, isolation feels safer when life's tough, but it's a slippery slope. Take Sarah, for instance. She loved Sunday brunches with her crew, but after a few bad months, she canceled every plan. Her friends didn't think much of it at first, but eventually, they realized she needed support. If you notice someone pulling away, reach out. Even a simple, "Hey, you've been on my mind. Wanna talk?" can make a world of difference. What's wild is how isolation affects more than just relationships, it hits hard on mental and physical health, too. Loneliness can mess with your immunity and crank up your stress levels, leading to poor sleep and, ironically, even less motivation to connect. Ever heard the phrase, "Humans are wired for connection"? It's true. That little coffee chat or walk in the park can work wonders for mental health and even boost overall well-being. But here's the tricky part: sometimes, people don't even realize they're withdrawing. They might think, "I'm just tired," or "I'll get back to everyone next week." But weeks turn into months. That's why it's important to recognize this shift early and gently help them reconnect before it feels like the norm. Speaking of shifts, what happens when someone starts feeling like an emotional roller coaster? Let's talk about that next. Mood swings. Mood swings can feel like living with a storm inside, a sunny day one minute, and a thunderstorm the next. It's not just about being moody or sensitive. When these emotional shifts are intense, unpredictable, or frequent, they can leave someone feeling drained and confused. Picture this: someone excitedly planning their week, only to snap at a coworker over nothing the next morning. It's not laziness or a lack of control, it's often a sign that something deeper is going on. Take Jack, for example. He used to be steady, the guy everyone counted on. But lately, he's been lashing out over small things, then apologizing with tears in his eyes. His friends are walking on eggshells, unsure how to help. If you notice someone experiencing these emotional roller coasters, don't just brush it off as stress. Gently encourage them to open up, maybe with a simple, "I've noticed you've been going through a lot lately. Want to grab coffee and chat?" What's fascinating is how these mood swings can be tied to everything from nutrition to sleep patterns and even exercise. Skipping meals or relying on junk food. That can mess with blood sugar levels and emotions. Lack of exercise? It might rob you of those feel-good endorphins. Encouraging someone to take small steps, like adding a balanced meal or a short walk to their day, can create a ripple effect on their emotional health. But here's the kicker: these shifts don't just affect the person experiencing them, they impact everyone around them. Relationships can strain, and self-esteem can take a hit. It's like a domino effect. And when paired with other signs, like trouble sleeping, it paints a bigger picture. Speaking of sleep, ever wondered why it's often the first thing to fall apart when life feels out of control? Let's explore that next. Sleep pattern changes. Let's face it, sleep is the unsung hero of good health. But when someone's sleep pattern starts looking more like chaos than routine, it's a major clue something's off. Insomnia, sleeping all day, or waking up at odd hours isn't just a bad habit, it can be a silent cry for help. Imagine someone who used to wake up early, energized, now struggling to get out of bed by noon or staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., mind racing. That's not just exhaustion, it's a red flag for mental health. Sleep and mental health are like dance partners, one stumbles, the other follows. Take Mia, for instance. She couldn't shut her brain off at night, replaying every little thing she said during the day. Soon, she was too tired to focus at work and skipped the gym. A downward spiral started. If this sounds familiar, simple hacks like limiting screen time before bed or trying a mindfulness app can help reset the rhythm. Even something as small as reading a calming book can work wonders. Here's the kicker, poor sleep doesn't just make you groggy. It hits your immunity, health, and emotional balance hard. Lack of sleep can fuel anxiety, depression, and even physical illnesses. And if you think grabbing an extra coffee is the solution, think again. Quality sleep is the foundation of a strong mind and body, boosting everything from heart health to mental clarity. It's self-care 101. But sometimes, changing sleep habits isn't just about better pillows or melatonin. It's about addressing the deeper issues causing the restlessness, stress, unresolved emotions, or even lifestyle choices. If someone's sleep patterns are way out of whack, it's a sign to dig deeper. And as life gets overwhelming, daily functioning tends to take the next hit. Let's dive into that. Decline in daily functioning. When everyday tasks start feeling like climbing Mount Everest, it's more than just a rough patch. It's a sign something bigger might be brewing. Struggling with work deadlines, skipping personal hygiene routines, or letting laundry pile up for weeks. That's not laziness, it's a clear signal of a decline in daily functioning. Imagine someone who used to crush their to-do list now avoiding even basic tasks like answering emails or grocery shopping. It's like life gets stuck in slow motion. Take Emma, for example. She was always on top of things, juggling work, family, and a healthy lifestyle. But over time, she started missing deadlines and ignoring phone calls. Her house became cluttered, and meal prep turned into ordering fast food every night. If this resonates, small wins can help. Setting tiny, achievable goals, like doing one load of laundry or taking a 10-minute walk, can break the cycle of feeling overwhelmed. What's wild is how this decline impacts not just productivity but overall health. Neglecting responsibilities often leads to skipping healthy meals, ditching exercise, and losing sleep, all of which take a toll on the body and mind. It's a chain reaction. Low energy leads to poor decisions, which leads to even less energy. And let's not forget how this can affect relationships, as loved ones might misinterpret these changes as a lack of care. The key is recognizing the signs early and finding ways to simplify life. Maybe it's automating bill payments or using a planner to track small wins. These hacks may seem trivial, but they can help rebuild confidence and momentum. But what happens when this downward spiral takes a dangerous turn? Let's talk about risky behaviors next. Increased risky behaviors. When someone starts making choices that seem reckless or out of character, it's not just acting out, it's often a cry for help. Risky behaviors like impulsive spending, substance abuse, or even dangerous physical stunts can signal deeper struggles. Imagine someone who was once cautious and measured suddenly taking unnecessary risks, like gambling away savings or driving recklessly. It's not about thrill-seeking, it's about coping with emotions they can't quite handle. Think about Ryan. He used to be the reliable one in his group, always playing it safe. But after months of stress, he started drinking heavily on weekends, showing up late to work, and even getting into bar fights. If you notice this kind of shift, it's time to step in. A simple but honest question like, "Hey, I've noticed some changes in you lately, everything okay?" can open the door for a deeper conversation. What's tricky is how these behaviors often feel good in the moment but cause damage in the long run. Substance abuse, for instance, might numb emotional pain temporarily, but it wreaks havoc on the brain, heart, and overall health. It's a dangerous trade-off that chips away at immunity, sleep quality, and even relationships. Helping someone recognize this pattern early is crucial to avoiding a downward spiral. Addressing risky behavior isn't just about saying, "Stop." It's about finding healthier outlets. Encourage mindfulness practices, physical activity, or creative hobbies like painting or journaling. These small shifts can provide the same emotional release without the long-term damage. But all these changes, whether social withdrawal, mood swings, or risky actions, are often tied together. Recognizing these signs early can make all the difference. So, now that you've got the knowledge, let me ask you this: what are you going to do about it? Will you start noticing the subtle changes in your own life or in someone you care about? These 6 signs aren't just random, they're opportunities to step in, make a difference, and take control before things spiral further. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about taking small steps toward a healthier, more balanced life. What's one change you can make today? Maybe it's reaching out to a friend who's been distant, or maybe it's setting a goal to improve your own sleep routine. Whatever it is, start now. And if this video has inspired you, why not share it with someone who might need it? You could be the reason they take their first step toward better mental health. Oh, and don't forget, this channel is here to guide you every step of the way. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more life-changing insights like this. Your journey to better mental health and well-being is just getting started. Let's do this together.